on this call that I'll iterate
Mhm.
is thinking about trade-offs. That's really going to be like a key way. So you have your highest priority objectives. Like, okay, what do we need this decision to do? Like, why are we making this
Mhm.
decision? What are we trying to accomplish?
Mhm.
And then you go to trade-offs. Like, okay, here's four potential solutions.
Mhm.
What's the trade-off of solution number one, solution number two, solution number three? um and you can think about it in pros and cons, but it's really more of like the trade-offs of like, if we make
Mhm.
this call, that means we get this and we don't get this. Okay,
Mhm.
how do we prioritize? Like, is that a good set of trade-offs for our
Mhm.
objectives that we have? That's the lens that I would be thinking through. The other
Mhm.
seed that I'll plant is, you're not always going to be 100% sure about a decision before you make it, unfortunately.
Mhm.
um,
Mhm.
there's a lot of decisions where, and this is why I go back to trade-offs, because you have to just make the best decision that you can. But when you think about the trade-offs, usually like a top choice begins to
Mhm.
present itself of like, well, we really can't like sacrifice this, like we literally
Mhm.
cannot. So then that eliminates like two of the options or whatever. So like,
Mhm.
you need this, and you just like slowly start to, and then you might reach a point where like, fuck, like I'm really decided, I can't decide between this and that.
Mhm.
That's when you bring it to Quinn, or you bring it to me,
Mhm.
and you say,
Mhm.
here's everything I'm thinking about, here's the objectives, I've erased these options. I'm really stuck between this route and this route for these reasons. Any thoughts, any opinion,
Mhm.
any insight? The key to making a decision that you're not 100% certain on
Mhm.
is, one, making an educated decision. So you have your trade-offs, you have your
Mhm.
priorities, you have your objectives, so you're not just making a shot in the dark decision.
Mhm.
But then you determine, okay, how are we going to determine if this decision is impactful in the right way? That's something to think
Mhm.
about. And then be willing to change your mind. Like, if
Mhm.
you're a month in and whatever this thing is that you're like, how are we determining if this decision is the right
Mhm.
decision? It's probably a metric, or like it's probably like a, like, are we able to get things done faster? Are we able, whatever the
Mhm.
objective is of the thing. If it's not doing, if our hypothesis is not correct,
Yeah.
change routes.